You guys recognize this? Well, if you've seen my past videos from here, you may have. This is one of the boat tag vehicles from Knoebels, located here at Bill's Old Bike Barn. It's one of my favorite places to visit here in Pennsylvania. An amazing, amazing collection. And we're back here for a special reason. That's because I brought two special guests with me. People that have seen the videos here, wanted to check it out, and now they're here in person. It's none other than RJ and Retromantic. We are doing a couple things today, and one of our first stops here is Bill's Old Bike Barn. Since I already did two videos here, I'm going to give you basically a highlights tour, show you some of my favorite pieces inside. They're going to probably have more longer detailed videos, so make sure you check the description down below to find out their take on this place. But if you want to check it out, just come along with me. So here we are inside. Here's a brief overview as I slowly pan around. It's unreal, the amount of stuff here. And I'm sure Ellen is going to have a fantastic time. There's so many items. And the first thing I pointed out to her was right here, Bart Simpson. As you look, it's just key tags everywhere. All types of collections, door handles, knobs. Now, even though they are open for business, they do require you to wear masks inside. So we are going to be respectful of that. Outside, you don't have to. Obviously, there are a few things to see outside. But it is cool in here. It's air conditioned. There's not many people. So we're going to enjoy it the best we can. Even though I'm not a huge fan of this, I do want to show support to the business and be respectful. But $5 admission, you get to spend as much time as you want here for the day. And again, I'm going to show you my favorite pieces and maybe some pieces that we missed last time. But again, their videos would probably be more detailed than mine. But enough talking. Let's check out some cool stuff. Up top there is the Evel Knievel area, Evel Knievel pinball machine. And if you like motorcycles, you'll definitely enjoy this place. But they have much more than just that. This trike caught my eye last time. It's a really catching piece. Beautifully restored. So I'm snapping some photos along the way and just mesmerized by all the items here. I like the little mini bikes. This one's Benelli. $65cc, bigger than I thought. Look at Zima. I'm always partial to Hondas as well. Especially blue ones. Up top too, which we'll walk around. We've got the pedal cars up there and different figures from amusement park rides, even a gas-propelled or gas-powered helicopter. Well, let's go upstairs and get an overview. Oh, look at this, even some models here. It's like a diorama, the internal combustion engine. And here's like the displays, innards of vehicles. So these, I believe, are either from amusement park rides or playgrounds, one or the other. Got a lighted sign from a casino. If I'm not mistaken too, this is a fully functioning pinball machine in working condition. For the clown lovers, this is definitely your area here. This one here, yeah, that's a real mini bike. It's not a toy. Wow. As I mentioned numerous times, doing videos here does not do it justice. This place really and truly needs to be seen in person. I'm just giving you a brief glimpse as to what's here. You could spend days here trying to see everything. So right here you go from a skeleton to an inflatable Budweiser blimp to a Boeing airplane and some little model planes here. Every space is utilized for display items. Here's some Harley advertising. 1932. New low price, $320. Can you imagine buying a bike for that price? If only. 21 single model for 1932, $195. This plane here is actually cut open with plexiglass, and you could see the whole interior from the cockpit area to first class to coach. Pretty neat. As we look right there, that helicopter, which is positioned appropriately with the fan above it, I believe is from a one of those coin-operated rides outside of like shopping malls and stuff. Either that or a umbrella type ride at an amusement park. It's hard to tell the difference between them, but it's one of those variations. Now this is my favorite part here, looking down kind of like the main street here. I'm going to go to wide angle and show you. It looks like you're in a whole nother town here. Storefronts. Almost has a New Orleans type vibe over here. Got the 1960s, I believe, World's Fair bar, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll cover that a little bit later. We're going to focus more up here. This green one here came from an amusement park ride, possibly from Knoebels. Here's a coin-operated German thing. So in here, this is the room in the building where it all started. This is where his collection started, and everything that we've seen outside of this area is what is added on afterwards, but this is where it all began. So we're going to take a brief look around here. A lot of cool pieces here, including this little dump. I've never seen this. It actually has the motorcycle controls inside of it. You got amazing military equipment like this with the tank treads around the wheels. And this has both steering wheel and motorcycle controls. So you could... Oh no, so this is a steer. That's your throttle. Wow. So you have to steer with one hand, throttle with the other. This is more or less like a military room. We got a little display here. You can also hear some motorcycles out in the distance running, so it's popular amongst bikers and collectors and everyone else in between. Look at this. Wow, I didn't even see this last time. Snow Runner. So this is like a variation of like a snowmobile, scooter, motorcycle. It's got a ski on front and some type of belt on the back. Wow, I never even knew that existed. That is pretty rare to me. I guess it's for snow or ice. It's pretty neat. I just found my new must-have item. Harley-Davidson HO model train set. Walkie-talkies, gas pumps, As I mentioned my last time here, Harley put their name on so many items to market themselves. Ooh, John Wayne Armed Forces Commemorative 45 automatic. There's a cap pistol. Pew pew. So I got some skeleton bikers playing poker and the Fonz. Eee! So we got some variations of Disney characters. We got Donald and Pinocchio. I want to be a real boy. And the Michelin Man. I showed this last time. That's all made out of spark plugs for the most part. And this is a air compressor. And I got the different illustrations and artwork. Again, something here for everyone. Something I'm spotting for the first time is actually insulators up here.
Oh, you didn't see this?
No, I missed them.
Yeah, there's some of the ones that we got. There's one right there, one right there.
Oh yeah, that's like the kind you RJ found right there. And then we go from insulators to faucets. So now we're heading down Main Street here, the brick paved road. And on the way back, we'll walk on the upstairs back towards the front because there's more stuff to see up there. But I'm going to keep it on wide angle here just to show you how immersive it is. Of course, one of my favorite spots, and probably Sparky's and others, Billville Train Depot, train store. There's a little engineer and the conductor. All aboard. And we got the clowns even on the pump car. Clown and a monkey. You can take a peek in here. You're not allowed inside of here, but it's a very vintage looking room. It's 1939. Reminds me of like the balconies in New Orleans. And we've got the toy store up here, which I'm sure Retro is going to appreciate. Look like they're either adding or disassembling spiral stairs. Looks like another room up there. Oh, Little Rascals. And here's the toys. And can't forget the camera shop. Right here we got olive oil and the Muscle Man Popeye. And tons of Popeye merchandise and memorabilia, including a record player. I do see some older Hess vehicles in there. I've had some of those. Destroyed them as a kid, foolishly. We got Charlie's Angels board game, rebound game. I used to remember having something similar to that. Melvin the Moon Man. Does anybody remember that? I don't. And the Visible V8. In the little service station, we got the Pegasus and some older and not so old his trucks. I used to have those older ones like that. Used to have a little coil in the back with like a hose, like a spool for the fuel truck. Remember, I ripped it off and beat them up with a hammer foolishly as a kid. Still have some of these ones though. I know I have that one, definitely. Finally, a restaurant that's open for business. Take me a seat, I'm hungry. Let's see what's on the menu today. So I was just mentioning, finally found a restaurant with indoor seating. And the only thing on the menu is Campbell's soup. Hoping for some like chicken tenders or maybe chicken wings, but beggars can't be choosers. Okay, I'm going to take you and show you one of my favorite rooms here. I was blown away last time. And it's none other than the mayor's office. I'm going to let the room speak for itself. It's like walking into a Victorian timepiece here. Even a working timepiece. And check out this telephone down here too. It's actually the whole table. I never saw one like that. With the furniture, the coal stove there, cuckoo clock it looks like, and the desk is just almost at a loss of words. So amazing. One thing I'm looking at here on both this Harley and this Honda, see if you can spot a flaw in the design. I'll give you a second to look at it. Well, if you haven't guessed it, when you're riding this, you have the potential to burn your inner left thigh. The muffler goes right below the seat, right above the foot peg. That's going to be extremely hot and not a very comfortable ride. Got the wheelie bar here for some drag racing. Some nice classic Harleys. And this is a room that Ellen and RJ might appreciate as well. The old radios. We've seen some of this stuff too in some of the abandoned farmhouse I've been into. I actually filmed one recently, which I'll link down below. It has some very similar items, especially like that. And some TVs like this, very similar. So if you watch that video, you might recognize some of these pieces. You can see all the glass tubes and the, I don't know if you want to call them transistors or whatever they are, but all the innards of the electronics. Got a Zenith here. This looks like a UFO TV. You get some walkie-talkies, old and modern. Does anybody remember him? His name's on the shirts. Bud McKenzie. Bud Light mascot. Here we have a very unique beer cooler. It's a giant Pabst Blue Ribbon bottle. That's a functioning cooler that's operating right now. And a little bar made completely out of beer cans. Like an alcoholic stream. And none of them are dented. They're all pristine cans. And tons of beer signage. Zima. Pabst. A lot of Pabst. I like the train one here. Probably hear the hum from the neons. That'd be a nice thing to have in my JPVideos studio. Some little weird radios, personal ones. Say Pepsi one. We got that Raggedy Ann, Big Bird, Sesame Street, Cookie Monster, Cookie Time Clock Radio. Boy, look at this. Imagine, I'm not sure that's for brush or for grass, but it looks like a man-eater. And it looks like a little turtle there. Wow, look at the size of that chainsaw. Indian. That's like for cutting down a redwood. That's a edger, I believe. And another big grass cutter here. Some really industrial stuff. Another grass cutter. And here's the Firehouse, complete with pedal cars, a fire wagon, which is similar to what we would see at that Egypt Firehouse in Copley. And in here, if you come inside, got a custom creation fire motorcycle. That's not original. They did build that themselves, which is pretty awesome. And this amazing Mack fire truck. Simply amazing. Looks like Berwick fire truck, 1951 pumper. So, I guess he purchased it and it's being preserved. I wouldn't doubt it if it still runs. The bike, though, is equally as impressive. And believe it or not, they actually have their own police department with jail cells. I'll show you that next. I love the lighting here. Look at that. Prison cell upstairs. Ooh, we even got the shocker. Let's see. Ah! Just kidding. These are always fun. And the shelves are lined with police cars, cruisers, motorcycles, badges. Just attention to detail is crazy. And you can even do like a little photo up here. Here I am, behind bars. I'm innocent, I tell you. I'm innocent. Don't leave me alone in here with them. All are you in here for, bud? Don't want to talk about it? Okay. That guy looks like he's a bit lifeless. I guess we better not ask any more questions. Somebody help! I'm in jail! Okay, so I just served my sentence up here in the Billville prison. We're going to speed things up a little bit because we are kind of getting long-winded here and longer video than anticipated. So I'm going to give you just a brief walkthrough of the rest of the area down here and then upstairs, and then we'll make our way outside. What are you doing? Everybody loves Disney. There's a lot of mice.
And for the Disney
A flashlight.
Get a load of this.
And we got the Harley golf cart. Got the newspaper, Billville Gazette, the printing presses. And we got the service shop here. Pretty typical looking, like the helmet though. And that Harley in there. And we got the bicycle shop. Bicycle with a sidecar. Whizzer, some cool stuff. Lots and lots to see. So let's go upstairs and make our way along the passageways and just give you a brief glimpse as to what else is up there. And we are presented with the telephone room. Choo-choo train phone. A lot of cool things. I showed a lot of this in my last video, so if you think I'm rushing through it, you can watch my videos linked down below. Both of which are over an hour in length. I do go into much more detail about what the items are here. And a classic payphone. And how many of you could say, or how many of you could count how many of these phones you owned at one time? I think I did this before. I know I had a BlackBerry like that. I had a flip phone like that. I had a Nextel like that. And something similar to that. So I had a few of them. And here's the dollhouse. And some lunch boxes. Mystery Machine, Dukes of Hazzard, Wild Bill Hickok. And some porcelain houses, which are always enjoyable to me. I have many of them for my Christmas train display. Barbie and Midge. Nice little winter scene here. And we're going to the hair salon, a place that I frequent very often. As you know, I have to keep my luscious locks of hair looking their best at all times. Notice the sarcasm. I've seen hair dryers like these in some of the abandoned buildings like Scranton Lace Factory, and Grossinger's Resort had one like that as well, which is now torn down. This is a covered bridge. I did sign my name here. I don't know where though. So I know I did sign my name here. I'd have to watch my other video to find out where. I know it's not in this main part here, it's on the outskirts. So if you find it, feel free to let me know in the comments. Got someone spying on me, lurking in the shadows, just like she does on the live streams. Everyone's favorite dentist office. Very maniacal looking equipment. Makes you feel right at home to get your teeth worked on. Quite scary. Look at those chompers. Looks like Frankenstein's. After you leave the creepy dentist office, we got the above ground fire truck area. I'm guessing RJ's probably down below. There's a fire pole. Just lots of very interesting things. This is some type of repair shop. Is RJ in here? Nope, no RJ. And here's the king of rock and roll, Elvis himself. Thank you very much. My horrible impression. I know there's a lot of Elvis lovers out there, so a lot of these items some people may already have. May have never even seen before. Still waiting for him to come to life. He looks creepy. but not really my type of room or items, but another for someone. Another little portable record player. The Ladies' Man, Dapper Dan from Dixieland. And then we go to the horse room with horses of all sizes, including almost full size. Horse clocks, horse plates, horse statues and figures, and all other colors. Even a Dalmatian horse. Then we move on to the perfume, I believe. Perfume, cologne, all types of containers for them. I think this is above the Avon area downstairs. Every shape and design and item, some of them still full of fragrance. Got pipes, got trains, we got animals, we got chess pieces. And some Avon classics. Here comes the little toys attic area, children's attic, Pac-Man. Little doll playhouse here. Let's see if Ellen spots that. And let's see, we got the tin toys here. If you ever want your own grater toy, it's right here. Looks like a combination of a sewing machine and a tractor. Cement mixer. Tonka. That's the original. That's all metal. Matchbox cars. Probably a couple hundred here. And even a little giraffe train car, looks like. More and more toys and equipment. Rock'em Sock'em. Some robotic toys. Big train cars. That's larger than G-scale. And everyone's favorite sponge, SpongeBob. Where's Patrick? Any Patrick items here? See Plankton. I don't see Patrick. Simpsons with Abu. Stop stealing my squishies. I'm horrible at impressions, but I don't know. I still try. And some wind-up tin toys. International Express, Silver Mountain. Some animals playing instruments. Again, this is just a very, very brief overview of what is here. I could spend 20 minutes alone just focusing on cameras here. Cameras, more cameras. And it's cool. I like this area because you can see how they evolved over time, you know, from the old, you know, photo ones to digital to compact to what we use today. But times certainly have changed. It's like the instant Kodak. Some projection machines. Look, these cameras are still in the package. Jonas Brothers camera. That's what we always wanted. Some Fisher Price cameras. For the homemaker, got the irons. I think everybody had those cameras at one point. More projections. And here we go, video cameras. Imagine shooting YouTube videos on these. These ones, the VHS cameras. It'd be like Spielberg. And that brings us back to the front room. So, let's see, how are we going to do this? So with the magic of editing, we're going to shoot outside. And just like that, we're outside. Presented with the big boy and the Retromantic. And RJ is drooling over this Ford Snow Go, a giant snowblower. He's like, oh my. This I haven't seen last time. This is new to me.
The Ford F5. The year I don't know.
It's a monster.
I guess it's probably in the 50s. Maybe 55, 56 range. And it's got this
Harman Harrington
probably an airport truck.
all-wheel drive.
Yeah, it's probably.
All right, guys, keep count. Tell me how many. I could tell you it's thousands.
Old signs hanging on the wall.
So we got a Harley with the sidecar, which you would kind of see from Indiana Jones' Last Crusade with Junior and Dad. And then we got some amusement park rides again. The boat, a rocket, a jet, and down there we got a puppy dog and some other stuff. And for those of you who are wondering what insulators look like when they're in use, here they are on a mock telephone pole. They're screwed on there with the wires going around them, and they connect to the ones across and pull the pole. Even some dead birds, those are fake, but they look like dead birds on them. But those are the telegraph poles with the insulators. And here it looks like for Back to the Future, where they generate the 1.21 gigawatts. And you got like a cassette player, all kinds of gizmos and electronics, and a horse-ridden motorcycle. But one of the cooler things here is former amusement park, Hazleton, Pennsylvania, Angela Park coaster cars. That's a park I did not visit in my lifetime, but I am well aware of it. It is no longer in existence, barely any remnants of it left, but these were salvaged, which is very cool. Now, if you want the luxury of riding a motorcycle and the ability to go anywhere, you want to drive this thing right here. It's like a motorcycle tank, and it looks unstoppable. Probably not very maneuverable around sharp turns, but you'll probably run over anything with that. And what I was thinking was moved over here is a Tonka Hummer. As far as I know, this is a former military vehicle. Very bare bones, no luxuries here. But it does have a CD player, so I guess it's semi-luxurious. But it'd probably be awesome to take off-road. Beast of a truck, diesel powered. So another vehicle that I mistaked for a Lincoln is actually a Mercury Grand Marquis with a really amazing airbrush design on it. I had it out front when I was here for Bill's birthday bash when Red Rotten was riding on the inside of the motorcycle walls. If you want to see that video, I'll link that as well. But this car is very eye-catching. You can, see how it looks like a Lincoln. But whoever did the paint work and artwork, top notch. Okay, so one last thing I want to show you is a really awesome steam-powered tractor. It's called the Kitten. Meow. I wouldn't be surprised if this is still operational. But it's like a tank. It's huge. Nothing purrs like a kitten. And RJ's coming over to check it out. He's like, oh, did I hear tractor?
I already looked at it.
All right, guys, that's going to conclude today's look here at Bill's old bike barn here in, I believe it's Berwick, Pennsylvania, right on the border of Berwick and Bloomsburg. Again, a fantastic place. $5 you can spend all day here. They're open every, I believe, Thursday through Sunday. Right now, they are requiring masks, but we saw people in there. Once you're kind of separated from yourself, we kind of lower them a little bit. And outside here, you don't have to wear them, obviously, but hopefully that'll pass. We don't have to worry about it in the future. It did make it a little bit hot in there and uncomfortable, but it's still enjoyable to see. Again, make sure you check out Retro's channel and RJ's. They're going to have much longer videos than mine because this is their first time and they were kind of blown away by how much it was to see. If you want to see my previous tours, obviously that will be linked down below in the description, as well as when I was here to film Red Rotten riding out here in the Wall of Death. All that can be found down below in the description. So with that said, I want to hear from you guys. Comment down below. Let me know what you think of this place. If there's any items that you saw that stand out to you more so than the others, or if you're able to share additional information on any particular piece, feel free to leave it down below. I do want to thank them for joining me today. You guys enjoyed it?
Yes, definitely.
It was a lot of fun. A lot of retro.
You heard it from her, a lot of retro. So thanks for joining us today. Be prepared to see more videos from her, RJ, and myself from later on today in the future. So thanks for watching, and until next time, we'll see you in the next video.
Wait, let me get you doing that.
I already did it too late.